لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم. قل رب زدني علما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من قرن مكناهم في الأرض ما لم نمكن لكم وأرسلنا السماء عليهم مدرارا وجعلنا الأنهار تجري من تحتهم فأهلكناهم بذنوبهم وأنشأنا من بعدهم قرنا آخرين ولو نزلنا عليك كتابا في قرطاس فلمسوه بأيديهم لقال الذين كفروا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala previously has mentioned that the people who are mocking and denying and disbelieving in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's message and in His prophets and in what they have brought, inviting mankind towards, let them wait. Soon that which they are mocking will become manifest at such a time which will be there's no recourse. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here invites, of course at the time of revelation, Quraysh and those who come after Quraysh who are also on the same pattern, to use their intelligence that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them and ponder over the situation, look around them. Look at the history of the people who came before them. What was the result? أَلَمْ يَرَوْا كَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Do they not see that how many nations, how many generations that we destroyed before them? مِنْ قَرْنٍ, from the form of generations. So this word qarn, it generally means generations. It can also mean a period of 100 years. Many hadith point to the meaning of 100 years. At the same time, it depends on the context. Here, the context is generations. A generation comes, they think that they have acquired supremacy on the earth, they have power, they have physical strength, they may acquire affluence, and then ultimately they become haughty, arrogant, disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're destroyed. And then amazingly, another generation comes and repeats the same sequence, and the same consequence also befalls upon them. So did they not see such people who came before them? Thamud, Ad and Thamud, extremely strong, powerful. The people of Syria, the people of Yemen, they had huge amounts of affluence. مَكَّنَّاهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَا لَمْ نُمَكِّنْ لَكُمْ. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressing directly to Quraysh and anyone else who follows in their path. We established them in the earth. It was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who actually gave them all the wherewithal, gave them strength, gave them affluence, and it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who actually gave them what we call tamkeen, or ability and to control things and sort of have authority in the world and establishment in the world. And such establishment and such authority we gave them that we didn't give to you. Look at Pharaoh. Pharaoh, he was such a tyrant that he had such complete control over his people that he said, "I'm your Lord, I am your master, I am your sustainer, and so worship me." And the people said, "Okay, fine." They had no choice, like it or not. We don't have anybody in the world today like that, right? Nobody is, they use their power to consolidate their control, but nobody's, claiming to be God God on earth and worship me and prostrate to me. So these former people had, extreme supremacy, and the power over the people. Not only that, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also caused the natural elements to be in their favor. وَأَرْسَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْهِمْ مِدْرَارًا. We sent down rain to them in abundance. The same Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has now restricted the rain from us and all of the world because of our disobedience, which is what the hadith very clearly states. When disobedience takes place, then particularly the fahshi, immodesty and immoral activity, which is the order of the day, then definitely you're going to be seeing drought. and we think we're gonna, we'll make more dams, we'll make more. We just have to make istighfar and turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to send the rain. Now, these people, in spite of their disobedience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, you want the world, take it. And moreover, sent down the rain, and there was vegetation, and there was lushness, and foliage, and everything was going fine. وَجَعَلْنَا الْأَنْهَارَ تَجْرِي مِن تَحْتِهِمْ. We had the rivers flowing in abundance, beneath, their palaces, beneath their gardens. So everything seemed to be very fine and in their favor. فَأَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ بِذُنُوبِهِمْ. And then all of a sudden, we call it fa fujaiya. And then all of a sudden, unexpectedly, at least to them, it wasn't unexpected for those who had intelligence, because they knew this path was a destruction course. But they were clueless, and then ultimately the punishment suddenly came seemingly to them out of nowhere, and they were utterly destroyed because of their sins, bidhanubihim, because of their sins. We have this concept, it's a natural disaster. It's just, there's no natural disaster that happens coincidentally. It's all happening because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is orchestrating it for a reason. So when calamities come, we need to assess what have we done to bring this upon ourselves. Okay, so after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does away with these people because of their sins and because of their wrongdoings, وَأَنْشَأْنَا مِن بَعْدِهِمْ قَرْنًا آخَرِينَ. We brought forward another generation, brought a new generation. They should have taken cognizance of the former people, but generally that's not what happens. وَلَوْ نَزَلْنَا عَلَيْكَ كِتَابًا فِي قِرْطَاسٍ فَلَمَسُوهُ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ. And so, as we've mentioned earlier, they used to, now talking about the sort of obstinance that they used to exercise in arrogance. With Rasulullah sallallahu say, do this, do that, send this ayah, send that. They would say, okay, go up in the sky and bring down a kitab. Bring down something written. And not only something written, but what? I want you to bring down a book from the sky that is written that you're the prophet, and that me and my name, I should be written there, that I should believe in you. And you know what? We still won't believe in you, even if you bring that. Allahu Akbar. Because they don't want to believe in the first place. They're just mocking, they're just being obstinate. Alright? So even if we sent down that book as they requested, on a paper, written, فَلَمَسُوا بِأَيْدِيهِمْ, they could touch it, actually feel it, see, this is real. لَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, the people of kufr, the people of denial, disbelief, would say, إِنْ هَذَا إِلَّا السِّحْرُ مُبِينٌ. Well, we're not going to believe in that anyway because it's just magic. You've just bewitched us. Right? So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, keep our hearts pure and humble, because it's arrogance and that actually is the root of all of such kufr, all such disobedience, which brings the consequences both in this world and the next. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us guidance and save us from such, keep us on the path of guidance. Ameen. Ameen. Wa akhir da'wana.